Hi and welcome. So today we're gonna be talking about some business matters. I know I haven't done any videos for either of my channels lately, but I've been really busy with my business and everything like that. And part of the reasons for this video is because of business. I'm a small business owner, and I decided, with the help of whoever wants to get on board and help, I want to start a fund called Make You or Break You Business Fund. And I want to start this fund for small business owners that have problems finding funding and, that have they can't get loans and things like that. Because a lot of the times, in order for you to get any type of funding, any type of even small loans of like $1,000, $2,000, they require you to have so many in sales. They require all these things. And I know that one of the struggles as a small business owner is being able to sell your product, get your product out, make a profit, and still have funds to be able to keep going in business. And sometimes $1,000, $2,500 can help take a small business owner to the next level. A lot of people don't buy from business owners, small business owners, especially online, because they feel like the prices are too high and everything is so expensive. But honestly, the truth of the matter is, when you see that $20 bottle of hair oil or whatever, at the end of the whole process, the end of the packing the order, the supplies, getting actual product package and everything, when that's said and done, the business owner may only make $5. And this is because when you sell online, you have to pay fees. If you sell on eBay, you're paying fees. If you sell on Amazon, you're paying fees. If you sell on your own website, you're paying fees. My website happens to be on Shopify. You're still paying fees. You're paying a transaction processing fee. You're paying monthly to actually have Shopify host your website. And then if you use PayPal, you're paying fees. So you're just paying fees everywhere. So by the time you finish paying on all these fees, shipping, packaging, labeling, you're really left with only a small portion of that $20 that you sell the product online for. And a lot of people don't understand that. Our prices are not high because we're trying to jack people, or we're trying to make all this money. We're trying to stay afloat, and that's just the truth. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this Make You or Break You fund. Because like I said, a lot of the times I know a lot of small business owners who have that struggle, who $1,000, $2,000, that little bit of money may just help them stay afloat and even take them to the next level. It's hard to get funding out here, especially when you don't have $1 million worth of sales. These people will require you to have $10,000 a month in sales for a $2,000 or $5,000 loan. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're paying back a loan, and you're still trying to stay afloat and all and blah blah blah. I had and I'm not gonna do it no more because I don't really need to do it no more. But when I first started, I did with Shopify. After so many sales, or your credibility and everything on that site, they offer you capital. They offer you a loan, which is great. It has helped me out of jams. But I realized this with these loans, and this is not just their loan. I mean, when you look at loans, it's really to help you, but you could be jammed up with a loan. So with the Shopify loan, I they approve you for funding, and they put the funding in your account, and then you know you pay it back off of the sales that you make. So if you make 100, it's a percentage. So if you say you made $100 sale today and the percentage is 15%, they're gonna take their $15 for the day. It may not sound like a lot, but when you're thinking of the sale that you made, you're not making $100 sales on every order, and you're not gonna profit $100 if you make $100 sale. So if you make a $50 sale or a $10 sale, say you make a $10 sale, out of that $10 you may only make $3 profit. Shopify is getting their cut, so now you down to $2 a profit, $2 a sale. They probably take $1. It just depends on what the percentage is. But basically what I'm trying to say is, After you get your profits from the sale, then they're going to take their percentage. So a lot of the times you're paying out all these fees. So it's hard to stay afloat and buy new supplies and get your product packaged and still have money left over to buy more supplies. Because if you're a small business owner, chances are you're not buying 10,000 jars at a time. And we all know the more you buy, the the cheaper the prices are. So you have small business owners who are buying maybe 100 jars at a time or 200 jars, and that may cost them $1 a jar. So that's why, again, that's why I say the prices that small business owners set aren't really to try to get so much money from you. It's just to make a profit, because we have all these fees and all these fees, this overhead in between, causing us to have to sell it. And it's not even, the products are great, but because a lot of the times, it's natural products, is good products, but at the same time, people feel like, oh, well, that's $25, that's too much. No, you're still getting good quality product, but you also have to keep in mind the what it costs to get these quality products on the shelf, to get them, to sell them to you on the website. So that's one of the reasons why I came up with the Make You or Break You fund. And what I want to do is, it just depends on how the public reacts to it. Just depends on, how much support we get from this project. I wanted to create a fund, gather donations, and based on the amount that we have in that fund, we want to allocate it to different businesses, to different small business, to help them get on their feet a little bit. Because like I said, you can't get funded from your Shark Tank. You go on Shark Tank, most of the time, most of the companies that you see on Shark Tank, they have to have this so much money in sales and for them to invest. And that's how investors work. They look at what they can do, how much you can bring. Oh, you've managed to make $1 million or $500,000 on your own. So guess what? If I gave you the money, you could make more, which is true. But there are a lot of small businesses out here that are struggling, and that just, they're a small business, and they could really be a very productive, profitable business if they just had this little bit of funds. And people aren't willing to take the chance and give them these little bit of funds, which is crazy to me. Because so the Make It or Break You fund, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. The Make It or Break You fund is, I'm going to call it the Make You to Break You fund, because it's going to be basically, if you get funding for your business, you take those funds and you utilize those funds to take your business to the next level, or do what you need to do for your business. That's the Make You part of it. This funds, you're going to have to sit down and work with these funds and allocate them to the best of your ability. That's the Make You or Break You part. The Break You part is, listen, you getting these funds, make it happen. Try to do the best you can with these funds, because we're giving you these funds to take you to the next level. And if you don't do it, and you mess up these funds, and you don't make it work for you, there's no obligation. You don't have an investor to pay back. You don't have anybody to pay back. You know what I mean? It's just a learning experience for you to try to figure out and try to work with the funds that you have to make things happen for your business. So, saying, with that being said, what else I wanted to touch on? Yeah, the Make You or Break You fund for business owner, small business owner. And don't get it twisted. What's going to happen with this fund, if it's successful and if people support, and if the people really want to support this fund, what we're going to do is vet all the companies that apply. It's going to be a way that you can apply. It's going to be a way that you can, submit your business. You can nominate people, but it's not going to be a fund where anybody can apply, get the funds, and do what they want with it. Trust and believe, your business is going to be vetted. We're going to we'll have certain requirements. You have to be a legit business. You have to have a website, or show that you sell in the vendors, like something showing that you are a business and you're really serious about it. Because we're not just handing out funds. Because a lot of people out there, small business owners, they need funds, they need help. And like I said, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 sometimes could really make a difference for a small business. And it's not people out there giving them that. It's very hard to get it. You have Kickstarter and GoFundMe, but it's hard to get people to fund with businesses. People would rather fund people buying freaking bottle of Hennessy or doing something ridiculous and funding it. I mean, I've seen some of the most ridiculous campaigns on GoFundMe, yet they're 200% funded. And to me, it's like, you're going to fund that, but you won't fund this to help a business get off the ground. So yeah, it's going to be called the Make It or Break It fund. The description is going to be down in the description box. If you want to donate, you can donate. If you want to be um, a business considered, you can email us at bushycombs@gmail.com. But the reason why I'm not taking any businesses yet for submissions, because I want to make sure that we can get the support from the communities to make this fund actually happen. I haven't seen anybody do a fund like this. I wish more people would. I wish somebody would have when I was starting my business, because there were times when I was down to pretty much no money and I had orders to fill, no supplies to fill it. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, you're dealing with irate customers. You're dealing with, and that's bad for business too. So small businesses really have it hard with this kind of stuff because, you know, they run the risk of, if they don't have the money for supplies or they can't get the product out or whatever, they don't have the funds. Now you got irate customers. One bad review could finish a small business. Keep that in mind too when you leave those bad reviews. And I'm not saying you know you shouldn't leave what you feel about a company, but some people really just go on there and take it to the extreme with their reviews, and they don't even be that serious. And so, like I said, that can be very, very damaging to a small business. I try to support small businesses as much as I can because me being a small business, I know the struggles. And so part of this, me wanting to start this fund is because of the frustration that I had to deal with before and struggling, especially when you just coming up. If there was times I would sit and be like, damn, you know, if I had extra $500 or extra $100, I could order this and I can get this done. When you're a small business, it's hard, and you're competing against other small business who may have more funds to work with than you. You're competing against commercial companies who mass produce products. You're competing with a lot of things. So a lot of companies. So extra funds, having a few extra dollars to work with could mean better photos for your website. You know what I'm saying? Better photos means better search engine optimization and all the things that would make you a more productive business. Just this little bit of money. $1,000, $2,000, five, just this little bit of money could probably change a lot of small business owners' lives, because it is a struggle and people don't really realize the struggle. And when you see, you know, when I was first starting out, I didn't really even have money for labels. So I had to work with what I had. It was like, okay, I printed my labels from, I printed my labels off my computer because label paper is expensive. Them printers are expensive. The ink is expensive. So I just printed on regular paper. I would cut my labels out and use invisible tape, tape them to the jar, all kind of stuff. And so while that may work, you have people who understand the struggle and be like, you know, this is a small business, even though this is a little bootleg or this looks a kind of little bootleg, I'm gonna still support. But then you got those people who look at that stuff and be like, oh, this is bootleg. That means you know what I mean? They just get a bad impression of the product by packaging. Some people are really into packaging and the way it's presented, which is true. But sometimes as a small business, you don't have the money. But if you had an extra $300, you can go somewhere and have get the photos done professional. You could get these professional images. That little bit, that little small component, that little small aspect could be enough to take your business to the next level, bring in more sales, because you have professional photos now. Now, this looks more interesting. It looks more like something I would buy. Because how do you stand up against a product that has great photos, great reviews, and around the same price range with you? So now you faced with this option: spend money and get better photos, or reduce your price. Because even if you have great reviews and they got great reviews, their packaging looks way better. I tell people this all the time. Packaging matters. It matters. And this is why, even though with a little bit of money, I found when I was just kind of starting out, I found that I had to be creative with the way I package these things. If it was gonna be labels that were printed off my computer on printer paper, I had to make it look very presentable in the way I actually package the whole thing. Sometimes I would use decorative tape around the edges of the label just to give it more pop. The Dollar Tree 99-cent store, places like that have little things that you can do to make the packaging better. But like I said, and this is a headache, and it takes more time to cut out labels and put it on a bottle and tape it and do it. That take time, and that's slows up production. So these investors may not think that they look at things and they say, well, you're only asking me for $1,000, or they don't like that, because in their mind you can't really do much with that, and most investors are thinking on a larger scale, which is true. But we need somebody who invests in small business, meaning they go around and they give they don't put you through the ringer and all this other stuff and credit, because a lot of small business who are just starting out don't have business credit. They're trying to establish business credit. And how are they going to start establish business credit if they're buying products on a smaller scale? These businesses aren't going to give you credit to buy 100 jars or 50 jars. You need to be buying 10,000 jars and showing that you can pay for this. So investors need to understand that don't sleep on a small business. Just like there's a lot of small, but don't sleep on a small business, because those be the businesses that blow up in the future. Take a chance on them now. But since you're not taking a chance on them now, trying to get this fund going, the Make You or Break You fund. I'm gonna put the link in the bio. I'm gonna link in the description. So if you wanna share it, donate to it, participate as a business owner. Once we get the fund going and we see how everything is working, and if it's successful, if we bring in a good amount of funds, what we're going to do is, it doesn't matter how much funds we bring, we're still going to distribute the funds. But I want to see how much how much funds come in, how many businesses apply, what businesses apply. I don't want to say it's going to be on first come first serve. It's kind of going to be on a first comes first serve, but your business is definitely going to be vetted. So if I get 50 entries and I'm going down the list, and the first entry, this business is all good and it's straight and it's on point, yeah, the fund is going to go to them. Number two, oh, this is not a legit business, they're not doing, they don't qualify, next business. So it's kind of like a first come first serve, but because we want to make sure that the funds are distributed to businesses that actually need the funds, and who are actually going to use the funds to take their business to the next level, because that's really important. What else can I say about the fund? Like, before I even did this video, I sat down and prepared it, and not prepared it, but I sat down and did a quick run through. Now I don't remember anything I did on the run through. I jotted down some things I wanted to do. But yeah, basically the fund is going to be a fund to help small businesses by providing them with a little extra capital with no catch to it. Because even the companies that give you, like Amazon, is it Amazon? It's not Amazon, but there's another like third party app or something like that. They give you funding based on your accounts receivables or something like that. But basically they provide funding. But like a lot of these funds and these funds and these people that's providing funding, like I said, Shopify Capital, I'm grateful for them the times that I needed them. But I also realized paying back a loan and giving them every a percentage of sales every time, that's hurt. That it's regardless of what a loan is, it can help you and it can also hurt you, because at the end of the day you're borrowing this amount of money and you're paying back this amount of money. So if I'm already struggling and I needed this amount of money, what makes you think I can pay back this amount of money? See, they want you to be able to take this amount of money and turn it into something else so you can pay back this, but you still have to pay back that amount. So this fund that I want to create is going to be a no catch fund. It's going to be a fund where if you get the funds, make it happen. And we're going to announce, it's going to be, just, it's going to be announced. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to come back and do a live video about it if this is something that you're interested in. Before I even do all of this and get it going, if this is something that you guys, anybody out there is interested in, please comment in the comment section, funding or something, to let me know you're interested. And then I want to do a live, I'm going to come back and schedule a live video where we talk about it. And maybe we discuss some ideas amongst us, we as business owners, or we as fundraisers could come together to actually make this fund happen, because it's important that we take care of small business owners as well as people who are out there making millions off products, because we're overlooking some of these people who could really, their business could be very beneficial to the economy and to your communities. We overlook them because, oh, they only made this amount of sales, and that's what investors do. Oh, they didn't make enough sales, or oh, you have this amount of sales, so I'm not going to take a chance. Have you ever thought of, as an investor, that maybe that small amount of sales, because they're like me, I'm I I packaged and fulfilled and created, and I've done over 4,000 orders by myself just in the almost 2 years and that may not sound like a lot, almost 2 years that I've been, have my business out, but it may not sound like a lot. But when you're doing all of these, everything by yourself, like handling customer service and fulfilling orders, putting labels on products, making the products, shipping the products out, a one-man army, bike, that's very time consuming and is very overwhelming. And things like this can hurt your business, because if you're slow on orders and you're not getting your orders in, or you don't have certain tools and supplies that'll make the production go faster, this is where bad reviews come in and it hurts your business. So these are some of the reasons why there's some small business that never make it. No one looks into those aspects of it and say, damn, they could really be struggling, and a small helping hand can help them really make their business success, make their business a success. Just a lot that people don't understand, and I'm hoping that we can get this fund going. And even if my fund doesn't start, I'm hoping that maybe celebrities or some people with some money, influence out there, can do something like this for small businesses. Because like I said, a small business, having a certain small business around, could be great for the community if they would just, great for the community, great for the economy, if they were just given that extra little bit of funding they need. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of small businesses fold, because they don't have that extra money. They don't need the 20,000 or the 50,000. They just may need $5,000. That $5,000 could be enough for them to set certain things in place to make their business successful. So this is going to be called the Make It or Break It Fund. Comment if you're interested in knowing more about it, and then I'll do a live where we'll just talk about it as business owners, and see how we can make this fund happen. If we share it, get enough attention on it. Like I said, even if my fund doesn't happen, maybe someone else could come along and make their fund happen. But this fund is for small business owners, and it's to help you guys, because if nobody understands your struggles, I absolutely understand your struggles. I 100%, 1,000% understand your struggles. And I know that sometimes there were moments when I was just a little bit of funding would help me get more product, do some marketing. Because at the end of the day, products are not marketing. You need money for marketing, and it's hard to put money. And even with social media and all this stuff, you have so many companies advertising on social media. Your stuff is gonna get lost in the crowd unless you do advertising, and advertising costs money. The amount of advertising I do, I will spend. I mean, there was times like with Etsy one time, I was spending like $600 a month on ads. And to spend $600 a month on ads, and then maybe not even bring half of that back in revenue, or you breaking even. You know what I'm saying? We're spending a lot of money in advertising. And what else? before we close this video up. Like I said, if you're interested in knowing more about this fund, or you're interested in being involved, whether you're donating, whether you share, whether you're nominating a business, comment in the comment section. You can also email us at bushycombs@gmail.com. I know it's a lot of you out there who are one person businesses, and let me tell you something. Regardless of how you think, when you see these businesses online, a lot of these people are ran by one person, and it's very, very time consuming to run a business, still deal with your bills, still deal with your household, your children, and everything. And a lot of the time, and the reason why these businesses, my business is just me. You know why? Because there's a lot of people who they don't want to sacrifice what they got going. They don't want to sacrifice the time and the energy. I got to a point where the reason why I'm by myself and I don't have a team is something that you definitely, if you have a team, you guys can definitely go places. But I'm not, I feel like people, single out business and businesses that have teams, they're more successful. And it's the truth, because when you have a team, you have somebody here doing something, you have somebody here doing something, you have somebody, like you literally have someone to cover all bases. When you're by yourself, you have to cover all bases. I got to a point where I had people that I wanted to help. I try to bring them on board. We can work as a team, and then people just were flaking on me. People were supposed to help me. People were supposed to do this, and people started flaking on me. And I realized I'm wasting so much time trying to get help, trying to formulate a team. When in the time that I'm taking to try to formulate a team, I need to just start doing these things myself. So I got to a point where I got tired of asking people for help, and I said, I self-taught myself a lot of things, and this is a lot of things you don't know about business owners too. Is we self-teach because it's easier to teach yourself. Like my website, I had no clue how to build a website, but I didn't have the funds. And like I said, these are things that are time consuming, that slow production. If I had a few $1,000, maybe I could have had somebody build me a website. But I had to take the time out and build my website, which I'm not complaining, because at the end of the day, I still learned. I can probably use the skill and build somebody else a website. But the point of the matter is, when you're a small business owner, a lot of these things you have to take care by yourself as a one-man army. So I'm saying, be more compassionate with these business owners, because we work really, really, really hard to bring you products. We go through struggles. We go through a lot of struggles. So the next time you go in the store and you buy one of them mass-produced products think about the small business owner who's putting their life, their heart and soul into giving you quality products. And they don't have teams. They don't have companies where one person is over here doing this, one person is doing, and they bring it all together. They literally sitting there by themselves, doing everything by themselves, trying to make their business pop, and they don't have that little bit of funding. And then at some point, they just completely go under and give up. And so this is why I wanted to create the Make You or Break You Fund, because I don't want any of the small business owners who work so hard and continue to work hard and put all their blood and sweat and tears into a business that can absolutely be successful, just a little bit of funding. That's what this fund is about. So like I said, if nobody else does it, if my fund doesn't even work, I don't care. I just want it to go viral or go somewhere where other people can see it, other people are influenced, and maybe they can do something about it. Because like I said, I've searched all over the internet for funding, and I've applied for different things, and they do have these little grants and these little things, but they put you through so much, and you got to do, it's just ridiculous. I wanted to start a fund where it make it so much easier for business owners to get the funds. All you have to do is prove that you're a business owner and that you are really working hard, and you putting everything into it. Here you go. Take this funding. Take this funding. Take your business to the next level. Do what you need to do, because as a business owner, I understand. So that's one of the main reasons I started this fund, out of frustration. Other frustration for what I had to go through. Other frustration what I see a lot of other businesses that go through. And I'm just gonna let you know, do not give up. It's very easy to give. There were times when I wanted to give up. I couldn't take it. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm just doing all of this, and I'm getting nowhere. And I want money from here, and this investing, I want this, and it's not happening. And it's like, it gets really frustrating. But don't give up, because the Make It or Break It fund is going to save the day. And I'm serious. If we can get enough people on board or whatever, even if you start your own fund and call it or something else, I just want people to be aware that this is something that we need to do for small business owners. We need to make it a little bit more easier for them to be able to get a few extra dollars to help them stay afloat without, okay, I'll give you $1,000, but you have to pay me back $2,000, even though I know you're struggling business owners. And if you borrow this $1,000, you may only bring back two. So now you got to pay me back the whole two. Now you're stuck again. I want to create this fund so that you don't have to worry about being stuck. You take the funds, and if you decide, if you actually get picked for this, and you decide, I got $2,500. I'm gonna smoke crack. Well, guess what? That's where the break it part came in. You got money for your business, and you decided not to use it to what it's supposed to do. And this is one of the reasons why we're going to vet in companies before we give the money out, because we want to make sure that your heart and soul is in this. And I'm not just giving it to people, one person businesses or whatever. I'm giving it to dedicated businesses. Whether you are one person, you're a team. If you're dedicated and your business is so struggle and your business is doing, because who am I to say that your business is not a good business? And that's why I say a lot of invest, especially like Shark Tank, they'll look at something, and I get it, they're putting their money into it, but sometimes they don't invest in a product, the people leave, and they make more money than they would have made with a shark. So therefore, don't underestimate these small businesses. I'm about to end this video now. I just wanted to let you know, just give some insight on the fund. And like I said, if you're interested, comment below, leave us a comment. Email me at bushycones@gmail.com. If you have any if you have maybe an idea to present, if there's anything you want to give, any insight you want to give about this fund, whether you think agree with it or you disagree, whatever, I want to hear from you, because I'm going to follow with the live video, and I want to discuss it with you. Thank you for tuning in. Again, it's called the Make You or Break You Fund. It is a fund that I am putting together to support small business owners. I don't care. It's not it's not targeted to one group. It's not targeted to any business owner, any small business owner that needs funding, who's struggling, who could use a few extra $1,000, a few extra $100. We're starting this fund, the Make You or Break Me fund, because Make You or Break You fund, because we want to help these small businesses out when nobody else is doing it. So thanks for tuning in.